Hello everybody. And so, I thought I'd do a little video here about my Guppies and Endlers. And this is my inside guppy pond that the plants have been doing really good since I added this new light. There's hundreds, if not 1,000 guppies in here. This is a 110-gallon stock tank. And these are culls and hybrids and leftovers from various colonies that I did away with or restarted, or hybrid, any Guppy Endler or anything that I take out for whatever reason ends up in here. This is what happens. So, I also do a lot of shrimp stuff, but this is about guppies and endlers. So if you like guppies and endlers, go ahead and subscribe. This is some mermaid weed I got in here. Look at how neat that plant is. That's its bright light submerged growth. Those lower leaves are immersed. Look how this thing grows. There's another one right there. And then the Rotala farm is taken off. But as you can see, there's plenty of hiding spots for the fry. Plenty of hiding spots. The Plucko kids are all getting covered in Rotala. I got that moss back there really taken off too. Anyway, on to more guppies and endlers. These are my rainbow tiger endlers, and these tanks I've just recently redone. They're all overgrown shrimp only tanks with not very good filtration, and now they have a 250-gallon per hour power head with a sponge filter and a 20 long, so they're done. And it's all bare bottom, so I'm going to regularly vacuum if you have sick fish, treat them, and vacuum it up. That was the problem I was having before. It was I could never wipe out that guppy wasting disease, whatever it ended up being or whatever it was, in a tank, and plenty of tanks with substrate. So that's why I've gone this route. And these are the big ear red mosaics. I saw a fry in here last weekend, but I'm gonna have to break out the baby, the breeder boxes. And this guy's I actually split these guys up into two different tanks, and this is what I picked to be my breeders. And what I had going on in my 40. Like that. She don't have I like the patterning in the tail, but she has a little bit. I like that. And my females, only the other females are hiding. This one has a little bit of patterning in hers. Her tail's kind of weird shape, but my females suck and my males are good. Well, they're probably not good to most people, but I like them. I'm not a professional guppy breeder. I'm a hobbyist. These are my favorites. And then these tanks, these bottom three tanks, will be filled up eventually. These are all the ones I've just redone. Put some snails and shrimp in there, and feed the tank slightly to keep it going. The cycle going. That's what is going on down there. And I'm getting ready to have some really cool stuff in these tanks I have left over. And then we have more. But wait, there's more. These are just the Guppy tanks. Guppy and Endler. These are still nebulas. This tank has been battling going green, but it's clear since I've redone it. It's clearer than it was. So it's starting to bounce back out after sucking all the substrate out. And still nebulas. I don't know where all the other females are at. Might be dropping, probably hiding. And then we have the Japan Blues. The Japan Blues. Lower swordtails. I've seen some frying here, but I don't know. I'm not seeing any on this video, but there's some frying here. I've seen them. I've seen them, but these guys don't eat their fries, so these are the ones I've kept to be my breeders after redoing everything. These are the ones I've chosen to go with. That one's weird with a dot on its tail, but look at, I'm breeding for I like that little design on the tail, the little mosaic tip. That's what the Japan Blue and where the spot is important. Maybe I'm crazy. That one is a really good one. You don't have quite. He's got just a little bit of the mosaic in the tail, but look at that sword. And then we have the Sakura Reds. And they've all just got put in these tanks. And these are the fish you see are the ones I've kept to start out with. Kept as breeders to restart the colony. Everything else got put in that big old guppy pond. And then that means we got 2 tanks over here. They're empty. A net full of shrimp and a handful of snails. After completely restarting it with a cycled sponge. Waiting for new lines. I'm not decided yet on all these tanks. And then we have to come all the way over here. Remember me saying my red mosaics were my favorite. These I put in here because they're older. But they're old dudes. And there's a young guy in there that showed promise. So I kept him. Females in here, grab a female because I need some females. Because my females, even my best females, aren't that good. So this is just like the B team. The old man with the ugly girls. Yeah, I shouldn't say that, but that's what this tank is. The light in here is hard to pick up. I'm not getting these guys doing them justice, but they are. They won't swim underneath the light because this is a lighting situation on these tanks. But can't get one to swim in that or in the light. And then this is my fun little hybrid project that I selected all the best females. These are a mix of a endler and a guppy. I started off probably over 2.5 years ago. And as you can see, well, the endler was a rainbow tiger endler. And I do believe these blue star endlers are a part of what went into making the rainbow tiger endler. And so they still have the genetics because I get real similar fish pop up. But I'm throwing their genetics. And these guys, like I said, the last time I did I called everyone out. There's a plain female, but I've bred for the best females. And this is my own little project I've been working on for 2.5 years. I have to do some more videos on this tank, because I could sit and talk about this tank for a while. And then we have one more tank all the way. This has no endlers in it anymore. It used to, but that don't. This is about the only tank in the house that I really care about looking good. But I have lots of shrimp only tanks. This is shrimp and plecos. But anyway, down here we have, this is a line, the blue star endlers in that tank, and that I put in there. This is what I kept. I kept the 2 best males, and there's a fry. Well, I was hoping, well, I think it's disabled. But it just kind of, that's how it spends its whole life. So I probably need to remove that. But the only reason it's still in there is because this is my, right where, I can't see it on this one female. Where are you? I can't see her on the, there she is. She is my last remaining hope, and she is really pregnant. That tank that I had them in was in the tank that started my whole guppy wasting disease disaster from my tuxedo koi guppies. Before I knew it, all my tanks had it. So, and that tank was the one that always had it the worst. Any kind of guppy I put in there struggles. And in that tank, the males seem to be doing all right, but the females, that's my last female. At one point, it was her being chased by like 10 males. So that's why that's one of the reasons why I took those males out and put them in my hybrid project. But I'm hoping to save this, and that's my last hope right there. So let's hope for the best. These guys usually don't eat their fry. They're just struggled so bad with that in that tank. The shrimp and plecos are completely unaffected. So I'm thinking it's a live bearer specific disease or something, that live bearers are susceptible to the other fish or not. So when I put all these guys in all these bare bottom tanks, everyone got around a Perazzi Pro. I think I'm going to start doing. And then the next water change, I did a really thorough water change. I did like a 60% water change and vacuumed everything up off the bottom of all these bare bottom tanks I got now, to keep that from happening again. So with these smaller tanks, it's easier to stay up on top of the water changes. I can change out more water. Bare bottom, I can vacuum everything out. Everything can be kept pristine. And we just have moss floating around. I got some cool shrimp in here. These are just from my blue rose cull, or black rose culls that throw a bunch of blue shrimp. I throw all the blue ones in the one tank over there, and now there's hundreds in that tank. But when I start all these new tanks, or didn't start them but redid them, I'd put a swipe of net full of shrimp. So just one net swipe could get me. Some tanks only got like 5 or 6, but some of these tanks got like 15 or 20 shrimp. This one has quite a bit. And a lot of them are blue, so they're cool looking. I like them. Just blue shrimp. And there's some of them that ain't blue. Look at this one. So, it's supposed to be mainly about guppies and endlers, but maybe I can. These are all Neo-Caridina, just cherry shrimp. That's all they are. Just different colors. They're not a specific line. They're just my culls. And from one line, from my black rose line, they're just my blue culls. I culled out like 30 blues. And then the other tank where I culled out all the other ones, like 50, 60, there's another tank I cleared out. And there was probably 300 shrimp in that tank. I just threw all them, they all went in the pond. And they were all like brown shrimp. Because they were the dark, the wilds that my black rose line is throwing. But I put all the blues in here. And I get all these different cool looking shrimp. But anyway, got sidetracked a little bit there at the end over shrimp, but shrimp are pretty cool. So if you like guppies, endlers, shrimp, low tech, low light, Planet Aquariums, then you should probably subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.